Hey, welcome back. This is still TV3 New Day, and we're continuing the conversation on the high cost of living. Yesterday, we went to a Fiena in Jamestown. That's supposed to be a very popular Kenke place, and we got to speak to some traders or sellers of Kenke and also someone who sells beans and plantain. And they lamented the high cost of living, the high cost of food prices, especially maize. That is the raw material that's used to produce Kenke. And well, we mentioned that we'll continue the conversation. Today, we're hoping we could go to the markets. Unfortunately, we couldn't do that. But if we can't go, we might as well bring the market into the studio. And that's exactly what we're doing. So today, we're discussing the high cost of tomatoes, onions, flour, and a number of other items that are basic requirements, for every human being. And so I'll just give you some statistics. As against March 2020, the price of a crate or a box of tomatoes was going for about 665 Ghana cedis. In fact, that was in March. In February, it was 619 Ghana cedis, and it moved up by 7.40%. But for some reason, the price reduced, and as at February this year, it was going for 450 Ghana cedis. So between January and March, that's how much it cost to import, to buy a crate of tomatoes. And then in February, in fact, exactly Sunday, the 7th of February, the Tomato Transporters Association decided to embark on a strike. And they said that, they were being attacked on the roads when they were importing tomatoes from Ouagadougou. And so if government did not step in, they were not going to be able to import anymore. At that point, the price of tomatoes moved from 450 Ghana cedis per box or crate to about 1,000 Ghana cedis. In some markets, it was 700, 800, but generally, it was about 1,000 Ghana cedis. Now, that's not the only thing. I mean, when it comes to onions as well, there's been an increase in price. In fact, it fluctuates, but in recent times, it's been quite expensive. And flour is also another commodity that's gone really high. I remember that in December 2020, the Bread Producers Association in Kumasi threatened that they were going to increase the price of bread from 5 cedis to 6 cedis because the cost of flour, wheat, and the other items had become so expensive. So right now, if you're buying the big size bread, you're buying it for what? About 15 cedis as against 10 cedis last year. And the small size that used to be 5 cedis is now 6 cedis. What really is the reason? We've brought the traders into the studios to share with us what their challenges are. Abigail Asantwa is a tomato trader at Agbogloshi. Good morning. I hope you're well. All right. Also, we have Irajua Prash. She is the CEO of Ires Cakes and Sweets. Good to have you in the studios. And Doris Juan is an onion trader in Agbogloshi. I hope you're well as well. I'll start off with you. And for the sake of this conversation, we'll have to mix or blend the local language with English language just to make it easier for our traders to also communicate if that's what they prefer. So I'll start with you, Abigail. Now, Sisia, yashisha tomatoes no waha. Me pesa o share me because yashada na ma o share ni say. Nya wa shisha no say na yesaying.
But 5 cedis day na we ni mo and 2 cedis day na we tree no
5 cedis into tomato ba ko 1 cedi na because what she share 5 when him ho and I say 5 cedis
but I can see na sa na ye boa no
nti me ba na say me to 1 cedi abema me ba ko ana mo nton ne sa
oba na ope 1 cedi amema ho nketewa no
no mo ba na me say what she share no 5 na che say ba ko 1 cedi
opa kese na amema ho ba ko 1 cedi
eh da be dey do say
ntoso ne boa ye den because Nansan ye fano box no it's me to be 8 million, which is
800 Ghana cedis.
Ye to be so 700 and 600.
What of here?
Mpacho ye to free kwan so for no omo ko
Ouagadougou no
and the kofaba.
Na say ye dua tomatoes wa how ye will be what teaching man na.
Pacho local ones no out of for no omo mpe.
Aden.
Say local ones no egu ho no ma enche nti sisi ana say nti omompe local ones no
enche na che say days ahen say
maybe 3 days or
then
4 days.
Then it starts to rot.
Yes.
As against Ouagadougou there.
Yeah,
why does it rot so quickly? Aden.
They use more chemicals to the local one.
So that is why people don't prefer to buy this.
Yes.
But if this has become expensive, is it not cheaper to buy the Ghana one? Ghana, the motor with a box as well.
Yes.
How much is that going for?
400.
And only a 400.
Yeah.
And Ouagadougou the 800, 8,000, and a 600.
Yeah.
But mo pesa mo toy no more. Na mo nye tree. how do you say it? Do you make profits? You can't retrieve Musang.
Yeah, they prefer Wagadugu, no?
When you're there, infasuo.
Yeah.
Aha. So me translate Ghana. When you're not saying, Munya infasuo. Was into auto box back one. It's saying now was what only in area on your saying.
Bet me any bear 100 cities, 80 cities.
I your profits for the day and not for the week.
For the day.
Or into every day to me 100 Ghana cities at the coffee.
Me patrol auto box in 90 minutes a day.
So how long does it take you to sell? How long does it take you to sell?
Maybe 2 days, 3 days.
Now what only na? Now Crawford complaining say tomatoes na nebo ayeding.
They preferred the Wagadugu one.
So even if it's expensive, they don't mind. How much is the bucket? Because some people also prefer to buy that white bucket. They also have the small bowl as well. How much is that going for?
As for now, we sell it 25, 30 cedis. 30
cedis. Has that been the price over time?
Yes.
Okay, so it hasn't increased much.
No.
It hasn't. At the time when they went on strike, the people who were importing the Wagadugu ones, what happened? How did it affect you? That's what I mean.
They've increased the price from 600 to 1,000, 1,002.
So those times, how were you managing?
At that time, we sell the Wagadugu ones 60 cedis, 70 cedis.
For how many pieces?
One bucket, yeah.
60 cedis and 70 cedis?
Yes.
Wow. Well, I mean, we don't only import from Ouagadougou, by the way. We import from Morocco as well, and a few other places. So we'll get into that conversation. Let me come to Doris. Doris, what on? When no one found Jenny number, Nanka ya shisheno. O de yamfa say we Jenny. Baku 5 nanka abeton de say. Ana mo enya sa na mo shisheno. Mo shisheno 5. Enti anka we Jenny anka abeton de say.
Aka Jenny no so to say we no, I to say we no.
Kitwa no. Baku 4 say no.
Patre be 5 cedi.
Enti Jenny baku nso ye 1 cedi.
Patre ya we say e de na ye 10 cedi.
Akese na ye 10 cedi, baku 5 na ye 10 cedi. Ena nkitwa na ye 5 cedi. Banse na Jenny boy den sa.
Patre Jenny no boy den. Sisi a baby a Jenny for no kwano. Oko fa Jenny na lo fa no so kan oba wonim do beton. Kwanto ne sa enso sika.
We ya munya ne sen.
Patre sisi a da ye tonu. Ya de na ye sa kitwa bi se kokko. Obanya na 3 million.
Kitwa sen o de fa unsa che.
Be ya to say.
Every form ebedru ha.
Ya ndress awo da form a ebe dress.
Kitwa no. Munya ne 300 Ghana cedis.
Da potaya wonu na ya 3 million. Opede ya papa na. Potaya ni na 35.
Amu sheda ton potoy tomato.
Ebia nimpa no okofa ewa. Obedu ana bi betma ya potoye.
Amu fa free hen.
Amu from Nigeria.
Na ha say yenso ye ndua.
Oh, aha de no amu mpe amu se enye.
Are na enye.
Enche bia be say.
But to say how many days? 3 days na say. And answer then.
Ebenya 1 week. And so enya 1 month, enya 3 months say baby amu de free children buy. The free children no bet ma to akwasi wa benya 3 months, 4 months.
Na enye hwe.
Enye hwe. O kwa hwe gu ade ma wo ra mama ebese. O de gu ade ma enhwe.
We bi so mu ne enti a Ghana de na say in terms a.
Amu se Ghana ade no ano. Baby amu do no so no. Nso chirese na amu do enya wonde. Baby amu kwado echechero no. Amu bedo na amu demanse atwin so abaguso. Amu ya na amu akata na ewo. Ghana fo no amu tu a. Amu tu ande amu de ba. Nde
omu dry na san omu de aba. Because omu pentematon. Inti ya hu ni ya papa ni enya papa no.
Patra me.
Utumi what on Jane how many years?
Patra me nya 6 years.
6 years.
Patra.
I didn't now call Jane trading. I can't say. I don't know decide say oh yeah why be so beton Jane. Ufri he.
Patra me for enough.
Ufri enough. Inti ubaka so beton Jane.
Patra me baba ye adwuma na me hu jende adwuma na me ye.
Inti fa so so.
Patra.
Utumi nya say a week.
Patra ya kotoko kase na mito a metumi nya 40 Ghana 30 Ghana.
1 week and answer 1 day.
1 day.
And they always go. Anna Oscar. Anyway, so just a quick one. Let's go on the streets in Takoradi and find out what the real cost of some of these items are on the market. I still have Iraja Pra in the studios, and she'll be telling us whether it's even more costly to produce cake or to bake cake for her customers and other confectionery. We'll be right back.
There's been an increase in fuel prices in recent times, and the fear is that there's going to be a corresponding effect on several spheres of our lives. This morning we are at the secondary market to find out whether the increase is having any effect on food items. Walk with me. Mommy, mpocho for the name.
What am I taking?
Mpocho, where do you start in Fibian?
Hey, Mr. Tipon, I'm over.
Mpocho, me who that turn na beans na baking soda na nyamanade. Mpocho, yenshe mono. Mpocho, afi yesterday no bag no behind 1 kilo, then 5 kilos, then na cassids.
1 kilo, dino. A 5 kilo, dino. I feel a chassis. And now, 25. 25. It be 22. And say a cotton 25, 22. Yet the ones the nay to do.
Only one person.
Only one person. Kate base 50 pesos. Nay to do. Nakasapa the Montonibi.
Nti Sisia and was start your fee. Mrs. November, Sisia no boy.
Hey, no boy into mental. Sister and there more 5 kilo no. You were 40. You were 45. You were 35. And you were 34. The noble go cry 33.
Na nti dam no bandam na setana umfaso
Ni na ye 1 cedi.
1 cedi na ntoche de afi wa start
Yan fa bi ntodo.
Na ne nhye no se.
Ne nhye no chakwa punde. Isusu ni 20. And
2 cedis.
2 cedis. And isusu ni 35.
Obo tunta.
Ibi nto.
Na ehwa abade na wama nyama no bad.
I feel the portrait na don't know why no because portrait tem be a wismobu. It is a wismobu no so ka fa de na no bu yadin. And if so you know what you to den. Abade bat no.
Bat.
Enyo no so oma ndama no bu koso.
Na kan den.
Bat.
Mpocho v vat.
No okay. Wala ma kan. Wobo.
And they feed there.
Oh my nyama no buyeden.
And them prices not then.
No prices no. Yeah. No bon yedin. 2 cities either 2 cities 2 cities. Me de ba say more 5 cities. Issue 8 cities. Me no so be ba me de man 5 cities. Inti me di de kita wo 3 cities pa butum. E da aboto bi kita wo 5 cities butum da aboto bi.
No prices no da kosola na.
Prices no wa akosho. We say na apofunu what's petrol no buy. Nti wakosha enam no e ka obobobo kono nya no honam na wunya ba nti kakra na wode baba no so ebu na wa ama no bo ama won so wanya bi ato wanka
afi ya sha afina achase no na ebi wa me fa alaka ebien ebi wa me fa alaka ebasa
nti alaka krono na tanan
achase na nanse no 15 million na what's odo be 10 million na sisi alaka no 6 million, 7 million. Na mamushi. Ono so 8 million. Ya fa wan kran ya fa wa ha.
Melbo a chance na say 15 million na 10 million.
Afi ya chance. Na ya fa 15 million. Alaka ko.
Okay.
Na what's odo be 10 million.
Na sisi fa na.
Sisi ala me fa 7 6.
Dama. Okay, so no chede prices no normal.
I normal na sisi a market no onye market no e betina nyama no ho na bia apoto etu egwedi ban fo so dem ma wona water wontua dem ya waka nyama no so wode ba ose onye papa na ne munyina ya mpoto bi na me pemi nyama ni nyina ase
mpocho sisi a wonyama ni bia ebotu abobo nyama ni bia tan na no ba
Mutuma bobonze ma mutuntoni binobu. Ye de start afi. Ofanda angwa tin tomatoes first in day me friend afi. Ye starting the tin tomatoes ye turning 27 cedis or ye boss kakraba no. In the 40 cedis. 40 cedis. And oil so sachet na ye turning 90 no ye 88. And the oil na 150. And now gallon cassava papa, na your 150. And the gallon no you 290. 290. And see a bus almost is a young damanon ton, no for some like gravy. In the tin tomatoes box on the swan, first no year 27 or 28. And I year 40, yet 42.
It's just for some Mojina no Jina.
Pochaboko.
Pocho Froden.
Or from a coffer.
I started Boltani or
Pocho Wawumutum. And na Moko school after school no so. Question Juma. Na my son, my bad.
This year, you started number no what ton then?
Oh, this year, mum, yes, starting. And it broke to cook. No bark was 2 million, 1.8. But of late, since I broke to them
2 million 1.8 in 7 at Bay and Bolna, that turner, for so young.
Oh, to me saying him. It be so. There was 1,500,000. But this year, Lano.
This year, a brown cocono.
A broke to cook 5 million.
5 million.
5 million.
From 1.82 million to
5 million.
Now, what was so in your sign?
Maybe sometimes say to Pam Shapam.
Hey, 0-0.
0-0 cry a day. 0-0. A tomb, a button and more, a broke to cook. Na ache edegu ebroke to ko ebie no do na ache dey cry ya wokam ya no kind pants na we jeje no o me because I know am anyam so no because 1 peso 5 peso ed mo abanocho 1 peso 10 5 pesos but over outer here no individual yes but the China da yes yen ye do to bi na da no so so intano ana wa manyama no so no ba ya jam itaka oroma wa odembre or shambra da yindi dem pesos because come more there peso bi order do wa ba mo e ba enfan ye hwe because
So those are some traders in the Takoradi market, and they are also lamenting the high cost of food items. In fact, it's really sad that that's happening. In the studios as well, I have a tomato seller, an onion seller, and I have someone who also bakes. And so she's also going to talk about the price of flour because, like I mentioned earlier, in December, the Bakers Association in Kumasi indicated that they were going to increase the price of bread over hikes in inputs. And so a member of the association said the price increment was going to take effect in January 2021. That did not happen, however, until August, where they said they didn't have a choice anymore. And so they were either going to have to increase the price or would have to lay down their tools and lay off a number of workers. So they really didn't have a choice. So if you're buying bread at a higher price, then you should know that it's really not the fault of these people, but they are saying that the price of wheat, the price of flour, and a few other items that are used to bake bread, that also makes it expensive. Now, Rajwa Pra is the CEO of Cakes, Rice Cakes and Sweets. Thank you for joining us, by the way. Now, in your case, has it also increased in terms of production costs?
Yes, please.
How
it
much
has
more?
Really increased because I think about 5 months ago, we used to buy a bucket of margarine. That's the Cook brand. We used to buy it at 95 cedis.
Okay.
Just within a week, it's increased to 110.
Wait, when you say a bucket, the usual bathing buckets, the one that after using, that's bathing buckets?
Yes, please.
It was what?
It was 95 Ghana cedis. Just right after a week, the price increased to 110.
Did they explain why?
They said because of the COVID-19, there's no export and import and those things. So that's why the prices are...
Was it only the margarine or the other items as well?
The other items, flour, sugar, eggs, even eggs. The rate at which the eggs are expensive is like...
How much were you buying eggs before and how much is it now?
We used to buy it at... I used to buy it at 17 cedis.
Per crate?
Per crate.
For the large size?
Yeah, for the large size.
Okay.
Yeah, but now I buy it at 28 cedis. Sometimes 30 it becomes scarce.
30 Ghana cedis?
Yes.
For eggs?
Yes.
And how about flour? Do you buy the Asam Kotoku for your work,
yes,
or do you buy them in smaller
when the
quantities?
When there's high demand of cakes, I buy the I buy the big size.
Okay.
But when there are times it's on and off business, yes, it's on and off. So if it's is slow, I buy the small size.
Usually, how much do you spend on flour?
If I'm to buy the small one, it's like now it's 30 cedis now.
At first, how much was it?
It was 18 cedis.
18 cedis?
Yes, please.
And now it's 30 cedis?
Yeah.
Have you ever asked why the prices have increased so much, especially for something like flour?
Yes, because...
Is that also import or what?
They're saying that everything has become expensive, and they are saying that Nanado has increased the
taxes?
Yes, and fuel. So fuel and transportation and everything. They will even say that the dollar rate has increased, so we are also increasing.
So because of fuel increase, you're having to pay more for your items.
Yes.
How much do you then sell it for? Because then you have to increase the price of your cakes.
But our customers too, they don't want to accept it. So that's why we improvise, because we used to, somebody would want a birthday cake, and we used to charge like 6 inches for like 120 cedis. But now, because of the increase in the eggs and the flour and the margarine, now we sell it at 160, because they've also increased the price. And they are also saying that they don't have money. So now we've improvised with the cups, the cake in cups, so that if you want to, sometimes, like, because this one, a cup of this is 20 cedis. 20, okay. Yes.
Do you make profits, or are you just breaking even like some of the other traders?
Yes, we are just trying to break even, like, because the market is a bit slow.
So if I want a birthday cake, are you forced to sell it for 120 because the customers are saying that's what they want? Or you're still selling at 160?
It depends, yeah. Sometimes it depends.
On what exactly?
It depends, because it depends on the inches the person wants. So somebody will be like, let's say I'll do 6 inches cake, which I charge 150 cedis. Then somebody will be like, oh, I don't want it's big. I want something small, but my money is 100 cedis. So you have to consider the person and do it for the person, because you also want the market. There is no money in the system.
Exactly.
So you have to accept. Sometimes you are just compelled to accept whatever the customer is.
Did you ever get to a point where you probably would have shut down because business wasn't booming?
I wouldn't say.
No, you haven't experienced that yet. Yes. You're still managing the business the way it is.
Let
me bring Abigail back in. Abigail, what about you? Because cost of fuel is one of the major reasons why these traders have increased their prices. I'm sure you know that. How has that affected you?
The customers...
no, if you want to speak tree, please go ahead. Feel comfortable with whatever language.
Customers need to mean tomatoes, no? Because price 30 cedis. Maybe so be about market yamano 50 cedis so from medidja. On to mean top bucket and tomatoes buckets and 30 cedis. And found ko ye duane. Inti omo ba say omo to mean tobi.
Inti en fan say me 50 Ghana cedis na say me ba krom say me beto aduane me beto nyoma ye aduane. Then na metumi ato.
The ubetimi ato an say untimi nto tomatoes ni bebre nkonkogo nti ubeto the aboabo na kakra bi 5 cedis.
First na nkro photo bucket pa.
Yes.
Na say omo nto.
Yes.
Omo to ni aboabo anu no. Hey. Asembe ni. Inti won say ebi mo ka say omo ton keke because omo ton. Enye so mu nya profit. So me bisa ono na so nya profit kakra.
First dear no. And the ultimate fa ubenya bi. Said I make until 100 cedis and 80 cedis and 50 cedis. But price in the bar through the brain, no, ultimate ton po, what the 20 cedis, 10 cedis, over for car and so I could fee.
What's that? Odi coffee?
I was like, ufa, what on we now when ya 80 cedis new
first faka,
ubefaka, ubema umaska to Diana, obey wing to be a business. Me patch me, they name my ton a day.
Okay. Inti oshe mami.
Yes.
Okay, but uto yen fa say electricity ni nyoma because when you see it a week e be abeto light obeto nsuo ni ade. Be wie na aka sen.
Na bi ni so.
E bi ni so.
Ye ton for say ye de be hye sa na man pe. De to what e bi ni ho.
Eh. Asembe ni. Na Doris won so e. Wo te he?
Pacha me ti ai beta.
Eno na we he. I go down there. Agbogbloshi Hall side. Oh, okay.
A bag was kakra.
Utia rent.
Pache.
Ahe.
Pache a month 1 million.
100 Ghana a month. Okay, a single room now.
And a porch.
And a porch. Eh, what porch? Wow, lo. Na only one bar, na only kuno na unkwa.
Menunya.
Only unya bako. Unya no so tonjeni.
What me jan oya kitu ase.
Inti wo na ohwe no. Oko school.
Pacha there.
Ono so bebo out tonjeni ni bi. It's 100 Ghana for electricity a month. Insure any sanyoma nya utia be sesen. And now calculate it. But do you have some left? How do I say it? Ebika.
Deva kana na edbedi.
To say Ebeka which year bills in no?
Ebeka buy 20 Ghana na
for the whole month.
And 30 Ghana. And now ebedi minimum yanu. Ebed to anedi. The month na deva kana kura baka 30 Ghana na 20 Ghana.
1 month no unya you rely on 30 cedis for a month after paying all your bills. Na no de den na betumi ato. It is so unya no person ko school a obeden.
Abama na koshi, obekọ mami wo.
Obekọ ukrom. On to me because on to me hwe no.
Oh, sisi adwuma anye. First no betumi ato. Obedi bia 1 month no scanner be call na bet me aka 2,250,000 so see minya pa na ye 30 Ghana a month no me dia na me nuane dia na me tada mbet ebe dware ebe sra ebe se da be kana kra ebe ka 30 Ghana na 20 Ghana
if you na wa rent no dware wo ho ana e wo se wo public eno so tia sen
me tia 50 pesos
every day
1 cedi.
Because I no pani enumere. And now unyane so 1 cedi into 2 cedis every day. Out of 20 Ghana na aka no. And 30 na aka.
Oh, ebe sa na ka 30 Ghana.
Oh, utua no mu nyina wi.
Say di dwa na edi sa na de wamata. Da aka no, da edi na de aka no na meka.
Doris is an onion seller, by the way. For those of you who don't understand, she says that by the time she's done selling her onions, at the end of the month, she has to pay rent, 100 Ghana cedis. She has to pay utilities and a few other things. I mean, she has to pay to go and shower as well because she uses the public shower. And so it's 50 pesos in the morning to shower and 50 in the evening. She lives with her little sister, by the way. And so that's 2 cedis for both of them every day. So just calculate that by 30 days or 31 days. Out of the profit that she's making. So in the past, she used to make about 200 Ghana cedis profits at the end of the month after paying all her bills. But now she's usually only left with 30 Ghana cedis. That's how much she has to survive on, along with her sister for an entire month. This is someone who wakes up very early in the morning to go and sell tomatoes at the market. Oh, sorry, time bear eco market.
But I'm sorry for
4 a.m. now we do markets, dada. Ah, we should show your maton. Upon time being.
But I'm a point 7 and answers. Ebe a me kwa fa ne ma sisi ai ne ma na mba ya wo ya kwache aje kotoko ma mba ntama babo 7 na me nyampo ye me ba ntama mba 0.6 na 5
se sisi amuko aje kotoko ite no so transport ko ho
enti na ma dwan yasa o kwa obe fa ka 7 cedi o ba 7 cedi mo be jinde ma no 1 bag 20 cedi
twen ka be na fa chocho na se o fa
me foto
Church no mo 7 cedi eko ajen kotoku.
Ekwata na ya abom na ya peka ba kokia ana abuso nka ma chokitwa na di abom. Na ya tia 1 bag 20 Ghana.
Mo ya he na mo di bom.
Bet ma jota na 8.
Anti mo ko fa free ajen kotoku na mo di aba gbublushi ho asan beton. Mo di yenyi mo enfri ho. Won say ye onion sellers ni biko ajen kotoku ho no. Baby awo wo sha no yenyi we enfri ho. Okay, until we be out now or she hostel. But uchi until 7 cedis na every day and every week.
7 cedis no, ebi am kwa fanda na asa ochina mbesa akọ.
And no she 7 Ghana.
Depend market no.
Wow. Abigail. What he?
It's a dance man.
Dance man. Most my rent dying.
Yes.
More rent here saying at the end of the month.
120.
120.
Yeah.
Okay. So 120 no electricity in your man so much you are saying.
Electricity a month 50 cedis.
Okay. And one no.
Yeah, you dry shower.
A public shower now or modern
public shower.
1 cedi.
Yes.
Per shower na?
Yeah, per shower.
Until
morning and evening, 2 cedis.
For just you?
Yes.
And your mom as well, 2 cedis?
Yes.
What? That's by 30. How much are you left with at the end of the month again? After paying all this,
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah.
Not even, so no, say 30 cedis.
30 cedis.
Utuminya best 30 cedis. I'm going to be for the month.
Okay. Yeah, no. I had to say the beer. It is a month as soon as unni be the because of say every day over market no. Ubenya be at the
at least I know the Obenya.
Yes.
But say ukresika e be emergency be basis abeden. Emergency ba mo beden. Say be obi yare, God forbid, but obi yare sisia na say was hospital. Ubenya sika we hin.
They are just a obobosia.
Unni savings, munni account.
E be the first day any day na ntoso na yafu. First day na yafu nti na oton at the end of the month no betimi anya e be 200 cedis. But say ne bo aye den. Nti uton a ubewie kwan so ni no esika na wo de be ma no.
Nti mu free mu ton wi anu akochia. Na some we susu wo eyi market hall. Susu ube first day the was said I make an first day na yenya bi to nti ne yenya bi yesusu. But say dear. Wow. Adriani is separate. And by the way, I mean, I'm also asking her how much it costs every month to take a shower. In her case, they live in Danasoman. She lives with her mom. So she has to pay 1 cedi in the morning, 1 cedi in the evening to take a shower. So if it's the two of them, that's 4 cedis every day to take a shower. She has to pay electricity. That's 50 Ghana cedis every month. Her rent is 120, right? So it's 120. Yes, 120. So they barely have much left. In fact, she barely has anything left. And because they work in the markets, at least they are able to get some food items to cook and eat. But that's it. When there's an emergency, there's really no hope for them. This is sad. Maybe in your case, Era, you're a bit more privileged, right? Because you don't have to pay for public shower and stuff. But then you're still paying. Are you paying rent?
Yes, I pay rent.
How are you able to manage? Do you have your own shop, by the way?
No, I don't have. I do it in my house.
How much do you have left after paying all your rent, your utility bills and stuff?
Like, it's not precise. It's not precise. You can't really say that I have this, I have that, because the market is always on and off. You use LPG to bake. Do you use gas? Yes. You use gas?
Yes. There's some 18 pesos levy on it.
Yes.
How is that also affecting the business?
Just as I earlier said, like, the whole thing is because of the high increase in prices and everything, it has really affected the business. We used to, the 14 kg of the cylinder, we used to buy it at 100 cedis. Now it's 165 cedis. 165. How, at what time during this year were you buying it for 100 cedis? That was somewhere June, July. And between June and now, you're buying it for 160 Ghana cedis? Yes. Just about 3 days ago, I went to fill my cylinder. So it's not just the flour, the wheat, and all those things? Everything is expensive. The whipping creams on it are expensive. The flour itself is expensive. Like everything. Even the cups and the boxes that you... everything is expensive. How much would you pay for? Because I'm sure you buy this in bulk, right? Yes, I buy them in bulk. Has that increased the price? Yes, please. We used to buy, it was 25 cedis per this container, like you pack 50 packs. Okay. But now it's 30 cedis, so 5 cedis extra on it. Yes. And so if you're saying that you improvised and so you're selling them in smaller quantities in the cups, the price is still going to go high. Yes, but it's better than baking, somebody baking it in that big icing it and those things. But I think this one, like with 20 cedis, you can just get one. If you buy more, the price is the more you buy, the lesser the price. So if you like, it's 20 per one is 20 cedis. Then if you buy more than 10, it's 16 cedis per one. So the more you buy, because I want to get more customers. And, yeah, I'm sure you have hope that things will get better. Oh yes. What if they don't? What happens? Then we have to also increase the price as. Oh, but the people who are buying, their salaries are the same. That's exactly what my friend was telling me yesterday, because they are increasing prices of food items and other things, but the salaries are still the same. The government is not increasing the salary. So it's like, it's difficult, but you need to manage, you need to survive too. So you have to find one way or the other to survive and to also make the business grow.
Abigail, inti say nyoma nko ye na surprise no stra na ekwa obeden. Mo be na survive.
De ebetimi aya ne say ebejai.
Na mu jai na makoye den.
Ye nim de be wo.
Unim ni abeye. Then now be catcher on mampenyi ni eyi. I say a Greek country. Do lawyer. A crafon penny a Greek minister because ono was saying nanka by this time no. Eduane no bed dos war crone so because I said there'll be abundance of food. Well, but me sure say when who say eduane aba bebre. Aba, I started ba. And I still need eduane ni ho.
Still na ne boy den.
Into then now be a chair no.
They met me a country and they say, I was producing more. I was do any baby, said a bear, a bebama, coins of phone to me up of Fabi, and the price for normal so they are brain. Said the price and a bear for and see a bit me be a Tony baby.
Mate, now where answer your beba hokanos, and I maybe sa earlier say, I jenko to kuno. Someone ye movie muko, someone concoton, Jane in the war.
Pacho, enya
munyina. Inti na wo de won ka ho.
Pacho, da moti market.
No, mate say bi mo o wan san o mo chi aba agbegblosho because eyi transport ne boy den. So on be call her every day. Ne boy den.
Every day 140.
40 cedis for transport pay.
Every okwa onya saska.
Unya 14. In a day, we betumi akwa unya 40 cedis.
Da mo kwa ye adwuma na mo asa ba beda was na. Ebi anempa no kwa wanye adwuma wanye bianton no boy din want minto so ton for mucha no nso aya kakra ebi okoye no boy din want minto there won't mean yes ask can edi
inti just okopedan bi wo hoside etna and also ebi ana oni score de beto then abeka cho mampanyin
pasha da baka say amuma ajan platform amusi petrol ntina ade no boy din sa petrol na cost road do ndi amukwa fa jide ne ba na mo aye den na mo dia bi atoso ndi bibia ba fama enso ya banya kakra
ade okay na sa nko fama obeye den
ya nko fama mbe kono ma me o me papa o
obeko back to no na off no say assembly nti na wo free ho bae
pache se me assembly nti na me bae me ba no ya mama bae na dan ebi ameti akra akwamba kum
uni obi obo awa ha
me ni obi a
uni kunu oh yeah sure uni boy okay me check it just case hey boy jibo what kwa fai finally Raja, what would you also say? I mean today maybe you are speaking on behalf of bakers in the country, so whether it's bread, it's cakes, pastries, whatever it is, what is that message that you send to our leaders?
They should try and do something on the transportation, the fuel, the electricity, all the utilities. They should actually try to do something about it because that is what is causing all the increase
in the prices.
Yeah.
Finally, by the way, China driver said 3 o'clock, I'm going strike. What? And I'm on here. Almost say full on the boy then do into China 3 o'clock. No, drive bibia, unya okada, unya trotro, unya taxi. Mobile market.
Debi ente
Monte and they make catch him intentional mobile then
send the young cockra because they market me from Agogloshi to down Suman it's almost 4 cities
okay
it's a quite what so man ba
into every day 8 cities na utia ono ma me neko into that's what 16 cities hey you're right there. It is well. Thank you so much for speaking to us this morning. And, well, for those of you who are watching as well, let's just hope that things get better, especially fuel prices, because that is what is exacerbating the situation across the board. And we do look forward to something being done. The Greek minister told us that things will be better between now and February. In fact, there'll be abundance of food. We're still waiting to see that happen. And so please, Washabono, Ecclesiastes 5:5. Johnny, what does it say? Do not promise, because if you can't pay, then it's a problem, right? Don't pledge if you cannot fulfill or if you cannot pay. Ghanaians are suffering. Traders are suffering, teachers are suffering, workers are suffering. It's time to do something about the economy. Because if salaries are not going up, if these people are not making any profits, then you're leaving us all to die. And it's very disheartening to hear something like this from them. It's really, really heartbreaking. But that's it for today. We continue the agenda, hopefully, God willing, tomorrow and the rest of the weekend. So look forward to it. We also do have the NAPCO Secretariat boss, Dr. Ibrahim Ayas, joining us tomorrow. And so all NAPCOnians, we're going to get all the answers that we're looking for tomorrow morning. And so please look forward to it. And yes, quickly, please buy some of Ire's cake for her. You'll love it. This is vanilla, only vanilla.
Flavor. Yeah, we have different flavors. So
you have different flavors as well.
We have the vanilla, the red velvet, and this one is marble. So it's a mixture of the vanilla and the chocolate. Okay. And this one too is red velvet only. So, yeah.
Okay. Pacha tomatoes no sell so wag bubloshi. My number yeah bag bubloshi ye be fro. Na ya better wo. Please buy from them. Please give us producer just 30 seconds so I can put their numbers across. When you go and you want to buy tomatoes or onion, please look for Abigail or Doris. Abigail, what's your number?
Abigail 0243 689970. 0243 689970.
Doris, what number you say? Oh, we for us up here. I mean, if you know. Your business na yeah. On to Jane na to call no.
Pachamati.
Why? My number.
Pacha 024 305 8184. 024 305 8184.
Your number as well.
054 77 and my Instagram handle Ire's Cakes and Sweets.
All right. Thank you so much.